My biggest piece of advice to people at home is to prepare now. Don't wait till we have a hurricane already on our doorstep and the stores are out of supplies. Make a plan, talk to your family members about what that plan is, check out your home, put together a kit, and then stay informed. Watch the local news channels. If a hurricane approaches, they will provide you a lot of information. The national channels are great, but they talk about the big picture, not what's happening in Sarasota County. And we partner with our local media to make sure that they have all the information the public needs. The shelter operations are going to be a little different. There'll be a lot more space in between people. We'll be enforcing social distance standards within the shelter buildings. More hand washing, more increased sanitation. When people arrive, they can expect a medical screening and request to wear a mask and things like that. So that's going to be the big difference. Even in the midst of the COVID-19 response that we've been doing doing a lot of advanced planning, thinking about how this situation changes our emergency operations center staffing, the evacuation center staffing, the equipment that we will need to help keep the public safe, and then our messaging, important messaging about what people need to do. And I think that it is going to present some challenges to whoever gets a hurricane this year in the state of Florida, but we're prepared and we're continuing to look for opportunities and ideas to make it even safer. This is the time to prepare now, not to wait till the last minute. Everybody saw what happened with COVID-19 and how everything in the stores vanished off the shelves very quickly. It's going to be just the same way when we have a hurricane. It may be different products, but food items and water will go quickly. So people need to put together a disaster kit. COVID-19 puts a couple of challenges in the way of hurricane preparedness. In addition to the normal supplies that people get, we asked them to put together a little kit with some cloth masks and hand sanitizer and the things that they've been doing. And remember that hand washing and all that's important. Also, if you do go to an evacuation center, we're going to be utilizing the CDC Guidelines for congregate sheltering, which means people will be farther apart than normal. They'll get more space, is positive, but negative is that we lose capacity. So we will not be able to hold as many people as we normally could have before COVID-19 came into play. That creates opportunities and challenges for us to find other locations. So as many people as possible that can stay with friends or family should do so. Well, I always recommend people do a wind mitigation study or inspection of their home. Most home inspectors will do that. There's companies out there that will come out. It's a couple $100, but it's worth it. You get an idea of what your home can handle as far as hurricane wind resistance. You can also save a lot of money on your homeowner's insurance. Then that'll help you determine whether you can stay home. People that live in homes built after 2002 under the Florida Building Code have a good opportunity to stay home if they've protected their doorways and their windows with hurricane shutters or impact glass. They'll be more comfortable in their home than they would be in an evacuation center. Evacuation centers should be treated as a last resort. That's a good thing to do before hurricane season is make sure your trees are trimmed. Have a professional do it if you're not sure how to do that safely. You got to watch out for power lines and things like that and ladders. But it's important to cut those limbs away that may fall on your home or create more damage. You need to have a plan for your pet. The pet's plan is what you do for it. It can't pack a bag. It can't pack its own food. So obviously, everything you do for yourself, you need to do for your pet as well. Whether you're taking your pet to a friend's house, traveling to a hotel, or coming to an evacuation center, you should have a crate. You should have the leash, the vaccination papers, food, any medication, and be prepared to, take care of that pet yourself. Even though if you go to an evacuation center with your pet, you're still responsible for the care of your pet. Yes, it's very important for people to know where their home is located in relation to the hurricane evacuation levels. What I mean by that is hurricanes can bring storm surge. So we have a map that's available to the public on our disaster planning guide, and we have a tool on our website at www.scgov.net. They can go to the top to I want to, then find my evacuation level, put in their address, and it will let them know where their home is located. So they'll know if they're in A, B, C, D, or E, or not in a level at all. And that way, when we call for an evacuation of level A and B, they know if that pertains to them or not. Most people should be able to stay in their home if they've protected it and it can handle it. But if they're in an evacuation level that we're calling, they don't need to stay there. They need to evacuate and go to a friend or family member's house, or at last resort, one of the evacuation shelters. Yes, it is important for people to try to find an alternate location to stay if they can't stay home. A host home, friend or family member's house. And again, you might need to practice social distancing in that environment as well. Utilize a room and a separate bathroom if possible, just to protect yourself and your friends. But if you can do that, it's better not to be around too many people during this COVID-19 situation. A mask will provide you some protection, but if you can stay elsewhere, it will not only give you a more comfortable setting, it'll give us the opportunity to house those that really have no other recourse. Mobile home residents, RV residents, people that live on boats should not stay home. They need to evacuate. They need to make arrangements to stay with a host family, friend or family member's house, hotel, or again, last resort, evacuation center.